My friends, what if I told you that in this world full of different limitations and things that are keeping people stuck, are keeping them in a cage, you can become an absolutely free person. Just imagine it like 100% free from any limitations. Does it sound like something you want to try? If yes, please stay with me, guys, because in this video I'm gonna explain to you how can someone be a totally free person in a world that seems to be a prison, and what is most important, how can you free yourself and become an absolutely free person? Guys, my name is Lisa and this is a house of light and darkness, a place where we are exploring our human and divine nature, and a place where we are remembering the truth about who we really are. Okay, now let's get into it. As I said in the beginning, we live in a world full of different limitations, basically things that serve as invisible chains that are keeping people, stuck, that are preventing people from living their life like happily, being satisfied with their life. They are preventing people from realizing who they really are. And you know what's the saddest thing about it? It's that we are brainwashed on a such high level that we really believe that this is how things should look like, okay? That's how reality works. Like, we are not supposed to be free. We are not living in a world in which you can be free. We people believe that, there's these limitations that exist around us, that it's okay to have them. I mean, it's okay to be limited in some way. And these dark forces in this world, forces like who have their interest in controlling people, in manipulating like society, and have people brainwashed, they really made sure that we people, do not ask questions. Like, these forces, they don't like when people are asking questions. So they have created like many different tools. They are using many different tools to prevent, again, people from asking questions. But guess what happens when you start to ask questions, guys? You start to realize that this whole time someone has been limiting you, but has no such rights. My friends, no one in this world has a right to limit you in any way. You are the boss in your life. You are the highest authority. You are the only person who holds the power. And what happens next is the most surprising thing, is that you start to realize and you start to understand that these dark forces, whatever it is, even though they were limiting you this whole time but have no such right, they now have to give you your freedom back. Because when you realize that freedom is something that is yours since the moment you came into this world, you start demanding it back. Literally, you are standing face to face with these forces and you are calling them out, saying like, come on guys, give me back my freedom because this is my birthright. And while unfortunately it's not possible, and I have to admit it, everyone has to admit it, it's not possible to become an absolutely physically free person. Guys, there is like such a thing, a very sad and bad thing as modern slavery, and there are millions of people who unfortunately are not living in conditions of like physical freedom, and I feel really sorry for them, and I really wish someone to help them to free them. The freedom that I'm talking about in this video is a different type of freedom. This is only the second video on my channel, guys, but if you will stay with me, you will understand that things that I'm talking about on my channel are not physical things. Why? Because there are plenty of channels on YouTube or like different like profiles on TikTok on which people are talking about physical things, okay? They are talking about like Hollywood celebrities, they are talking about like the current state of cinema industry, like movie industry, people who talk about fashion, people who talk about healthy lifestyle, and so on and so on. But I'm among people who prefer to look to the different direction. I mean, to focus more on our spiritual reality, on the spiritual aspect of our life, because I think like when people are only focused on this physical aspect of their life, there is a clear imbalance, okay? Like the lack of balance. And while I'm not trying to escape my material reality, like this physical world, I prefer again to focus on the spiritual side of our life. That's why topics that I talk about here on this channel are more like spiritual topics. So this freedom that I am offering you guys is not like physical freedom, it's more like a spiritual freedom, mental freedom. Now let's talk about the very secret, how can you become an absolutely free person. Guys, the first thing that you need to do is to realize that you were never limited in the first place. I mean, you were taught to believe that you are limited, but these invisible chains that this world put on you, they were never real. They were only like an illusion. You can think about these invisible chains like about different concepts, ideas, and beliefs that existed in your head, or maybe still exist in this time, that are just preventing you from realizing the truth. But the truth is, you are not a limited person. You are not a limited being. You are a free being, free divine being. And in any given moment in your life, you can demand this freedom back. So yeah, the first step is just to realize that this whole time you've been living in illusion. And then the next step to free yourself from all of these limitations is to understand how these dark forces function in this world, how they are operating, how they are manipulating people, how they are controlling our mind, how they are controlling the narrative in our head. Guys, the easiest tool for them, I mean, for these forces in this world to manipulate us, to make us believe that we are limited, is to put some labels on us, like to put us in a box. Let's say there are many different like boxes, like labels, categories, and these forces are trying to make us believe that we only fit to a specific box, to a specific label or category. You can see it everywhere, especially on YouTube, you know, like there are so many different people who in their videos are trying to make you believe that you should fit to only like one or maybe just two specific labels. Let's say there is a feminine guru who is trying to explain how can you become a relaxed woman. My friends, there is nothing wrong in being a relaxed woman, but what I have to say is that you can be a relaxed woman, but then the next day you can be very fiery woman, and then the third day you can be like in your light feminine energy, and then the fourth day you can be in your dark feminine energy. There's so many labels, so many different aspects of being a woman. If you're a woman watching, you are not supposed to only be a relaxed woman the whole time, or only be in your light feminine energy the whole time. You are supposed to be a full woman, which means to represent many different aspects of your nature, of your essence, and also to embrace them, to show the world that you can be different type of woman in different times, in different periods of your life, in different moments, in different situations. And like, people don't have a right to only label you in one way. For example, when there is a friend who is saying like, oh, like Julia is always like this and like that. What does it mean she's always like this, like that? Like, we are not always like this and like that. We people are changeable beings. We are changing every day. You cannot stay the same version of you like the whole time. So yeah, this step is very important, is to realize, to understand that no one in this world has a right to tell you that you only need to fit to a specific, again, box. There are plenty boxes, my friends, and the truth is you can fit to each of them. You can be different. People can try to put some labels on you, but when you know that you are not someone to be labeled, you will not allow them to put you in a box. It means you will free yourself from these invisible chains of labels. And then the first step is also very important, guys, is to understand that no one in this world, literally no one, has a right to tell your story for you. You are the only script writer or a book writer, okay? You are the only one who can tell your story because you are the only one who went through all of these different experiences. And also, when it comes to people and just basically society and this world, trying to predict our future means saying you cannot achieve this, you can only be like this, like that. That's the thing I don't like the most. I mean, who has a right to tell me what can I achieve and what I cannot achieve? Who I can be, who I cannot be. That's my life, so that's my choice, right? So my friends, you need to understand that you are the only one who has a choice to become someone, to build the future you want, to build the reality you want. So guys, can you see what we have already achieved till this moment? First, we escaped the illusion that we were limited this whole time, because that's not truth. We have already broke these chains of labels. We do not allow people anymore to put labels on us because we know that we are very changeable beings, and there are so many aspects of our personality, of who we really are. And while there are many different boxes, we can fit to each of these boxes. And then we also broke free or escaped the trap of not being in control of your life. I mean, when you give someone else a right to tell your story, okay? So now I want us to move on. Let's talk about more things that can help you to free yourself. The next thing, my friends, is to realize, or again to understand, that you did not come into this world to be anything for anyone. Again, that's your life, that's your story. You are the main character, I mean, in this healthy way. You did not come here to this earth to fulfill someone else's expectations. In general, I don't like the word expectations. Why would anyone expect anything from us? I mean, I believe people only should have expectations towards themselves. It's their life, not someone else's life. So yeah, guys, you need to free yourself from this concept of expectations, of being something for someone, doing something for someone. I mean, you can do something for other people, like helping others, but you are not here to represent or to become someone to fulfill someone else's vision. What you need to do is to create your own vision of who you are, who you want to be, how you want your life to look like. And then you need to deny an access to this vision to anyone else, because you should be the only person who has a key to this vision. And then you move through life with this vision. Okay, and then the next step will be the most powerful, because literally this is my favorite thing about this life, is you need to realize, my friend, who you really are and who you really were this whole time. You are not only bones and skin and blood and your face and your appearance. You are a divine being. You are a divine light and essence trapped in a physical body. When I say trapped, don't think about it as a negative way. I mean, for me, body is only like a physical vessel for our soul, for our divine light. And being trapped means just like being inside this physical vessel. But it doesn't mean that you are like trapped on this earth and you cannot escape it and you cannot do anything. Quite the opposite. I'm trying to tell you guys that everything is possible for you, even though you are divine light being trapped in a physical vessel. Especially when you know that you can use this physical vessel to achieve something in this world, to help you to fulfill your vision that you have created in your head. So yeah, guys, the last thing is the biggest realization of your life. Is the realization that you are not only what you can touch and smell and again see in the mirror. You also have something that you can only feel inside yourself. It's this light, it's this divine nature, which is, trust me, more powerful than our physical reality. Who you really are in a spiritual way is way more powerful than what you are in a physical world. So yeah, guys, 4 steps, 4 different things that you can do in order to free yourself. I promise you guys, if you will go through each of these steps, in the end, you will realize how strong was the illusion that this whole time you've been living in. And probably for the first time in your life, you will feel what does it mean to actually be free. I mean, even if nothing will change in your physical reality, you will still live in the same place, being surrounded with the same people, doing the same job, the reality will feel different. It's like you will understand that you still live in this physical world, but now you are spiritually and mentally absolutely free. Free to be whoever you want, to do whatever you want, set goals for yourself, dream big. Trust me, my friends, it's an incredible feeling. For example, me right now, when I understand how free I am, every day feels like a fairy tale. Even though sometimes fairy tale has dark moments, because our life is about, perfect duality, like good moments and bad moments, sad moments and happy moments. It's still a fairy tale, because in fairy tale I'm the main character and I know that only I have the power over my life, over my reality, over my future, over the vision of self. So my friends, go and practice these 4 steps. I wish you good luck and I wish you success in this, because I really want to see more and more people waking up, realizing who they are and freeing themselves from all of these different limitations. I hate limitations. I hate labeling. I hate expectations. I hate concepts and ideas that are trying to make us believe that we can only be one way, but also concepts and ideas that are keeping people small. Thank you so much for being here, for watching this video, and I hope to see you in the next one.